Athlete of the Week interview, take 2.
Sir, I will live with perseverance in the spirit of Taekwondo, courtesy for fellow students, integrity within myself, and to become a black belt leader. Welcome to the ATA Nation podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, sirs, ma'ams, instructors, students, parents, grandparents of Songam Taekwondo, welcome back to the ATA Nation podcast. It is a pleasure to be back with you today. We are featuring another awesome athlete of the week, and I must say, I did this interview already, but I lost it. I mentioned that in the recording. So I reached back out to Mr. Kamel, and we were able to reschedule, which I was very pleased with. Great young man. I'm going to mention this real quick, and I talked to him about this. I don't know about you guys. I am a fan of the TV show Survivor. And recently on this season of Survivor, there's a contestant on Survivor who had a stuttering issue. And on the show, Jeff Probst, the host, went to him and asked him as they were doing an interview, and the gentleman was struggling a little with coming up with his word. He asked him, "Hey, what would you prefer? Would you prefer that I try to step in and ask, cover for you, or try to help you with the words, or would you prefer that I just go ahead and let you try to find the word?" And it was a really great scene in which they were acknowledging something that, a lot of us don't like to talk about. Well, I had this same conversation with Mr. Kamel because he's got a little bit of a stuttering thing, especially when he gets nervous and stuff like that. And I was just so impressed with this young man. What a great leader, someone who is working super hard. And I just really enjoyed our time together. So let's get right to the interview. Stay tuned till afterwards because we're going to talk some stuff about standings, district champ, all that kind of stuff.
Special guest interview.
ATA Nation, we are back with an athlete of the week. This athlete of the week, I already did this interview with. We did it in person in Fort Worth. And then, I don't know, my recording went bad. I don't know what happened. Hey, sir, introduce yourself to ATA Nation.
Yes, sir. Okay, so my name is Adam Kamel. I'm a second-degree black belt from Charlotte, North Carolina. My Taekwondo school is Winners for Life Valentine. My instructor is Mr. Neri Madriaga, and our school owner here in Winners for Life is Senior Master Gonzalo Cabrera.
That's fantastic. I got to see you at Nationals. I don't think I got to see you afterwards. How did your competition go at Nationals?
Yes, sir. It went pretty great. I got first in forms and first in weapons.
Oh, yeah, that is pretty great. I wouldn't complain about that. Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, so as an athlete of the week, these junior ambassadors have been picking. First of all, congrats on that. That's super awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Second, I like to prod and ask a little bit. What is your your favorite event for tournaments?
My favorite event is definitely traditional weapons. I love competing with my sword form.
Yes, I do remember sword form, and if I'm not mistaken, you might be part of the ATA Gumdo program. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am.
How's that going? Or have you started yet?
You've started okay, so learning for it, but I haven't done any any of the classes yet or any of the testing.
Gotcha. So you've watched some of the videos they show you and get to do some of that, but not got to do like the live classes on Zoom or whatnot.
Sir.
So, super cool. Oh man, I'm a little jealous. That sounds awesome. And so sword is your weapon to compete with. Do you do extreme and creative weapons as well?
Yes, sir, I do. Yes, sir, I do it with the nunchucks though, not with the sword.
Ah, interesting. So, what made you go, "Hey, I'm going to do extreme and creative with chucks instead of sword"?
Um, yes. So I, I, it just okay. So love the chucks. It, it's just kind of so cool for me to be able to spin them around, and there's not like another weapon that you can kind of so spin it around like that. Just yeah, I just loved it like with the nunchucks.
I totally can get that. I can totally see, like, for traditional, the sword is such a cool, clean weapon. But sometimes when you want to show things off, do some of that creative work and whatnot, I can see how the chucks would be the way to, like, hey,
Yes,
you
sir.
know, get to show off a little bit more. So if there was an event that was like, hey, maybe not the top of your list. I mean, we all love all the events. We all, think competition is great, but what would
Yes.
you say is maybe not the very top?
Um, that that would for me probably be sparring. Since I don't really like the discomfort of getting kicked, um, but in this past year, because I've been working on that to try to get over that fear, and
Hmm.
okay, to be able to go into the mat with confidence instead of well fear.
I love that. That's really good because I think there's a lot of people out there that have that same thought. They're like, hey,
Yes, sir.
this getting kicked thing is not really that great. I don't mind kicking other
Yes.
people, but getting kicked is just not as much fun. And it
Yes,
does
sir.
take some work to just, like, get through that. It's something you got to work on.
Yes, sir.
It's a natural response though. I mean, I think it would be
Yeah.
weird if you were like, you got kicked and you're like, yeah, that's cool. I like to get kicked.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I think I remember when we talked before that you are part of some team sparring or team combat. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. I am.
Do you do both or just combat?
Um, um, I, I, you do both, sir. Team sparring and team combat.
Excellent. And did you guys compete out there at nationals? Are you guys ranked, getting ready for districts?
Um, um, yes, sir. We are in for the districts. But okay, but for nationals, unfortunately, we did not compete.
Uh no problem. It happens sometimes. You got to get all the people there, and it's a little harder.
Yes,
It's
sir.
a little easier when you Pittsburgh. You guys are a little closer there. You might be able to get
Yes.
more people
Yes,
that
sir.
way. So we've got districts right around the corner.
Yes,
What
sir.
are your goals for districts and then world champion? You got this sweet red shirt on, so it looks
Yes, sir.
like you've accomplished a goal once before. But
Yes,
what are you
sir.
looking for districts and then worlds this coming year?
Um, um, um. So for districts, of course, because I was want to be able to get district titles in all of my events. But okay, so really for my main focus this year is forms and weapons because I feel like I'm doing so pretty good in those this year, and I have a lot of confidence with those.
That makes a big difference. That confidence, and is that what you're looking for world championships as well?
Yes, sir.
Forms and weapons are the main focus there. I like it. I
Yes,
like
sir.
it. I was just talking to my competition guys yesterday about making sure, as we go into that new year, we're picking a focus. Sometimes it's, everybody wants to be an expert at everything, and
Yes, sir.
what do they say? You can be a jack of all trades, but a master of none.
Yes,
So
sir.
got to work. I know there are those freaks out there that just can do it all and get like
Yes, sir.
titles and everything, which that's just crazy. So what before we go on to my final question, what other kind of goals do you have for yourself in martial arts? Just maybe not competition wise, but just all around as part of your training.
Um. Okay, so for me, that would probably be to become an ATA brand ambassador because I um I would love to be able to represent ATA and kind of to show my gratitude to ATA for everything that it has done for me, like over the years.
That's awesome. That's a big goal. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. There's been a lot of great ambassadors out there. So, I know you put your hat in the ring. Hopefully, they'll pick you That'd be awesome.
Hopefully, yes.
If not this year, you can always reapply, be able to,
That's true. Yes, sir.
just like world champion. Sometimes it takes more than one.
Yes, sir.
So hey, most important question: what does it mean to you to be an athlete that goes beyond the belt?
Yes, sir. So for me to go beyond the belt, it means to not only be able to gain all of these all of these okay, so life skills and stuff like that, but also to be able to help um others gain all of those life skills. I'm a first level instructor at my school. Um um and it's very important for me to be able to help other students to gain things like self-esteem, confidence, discipline, and um and sometimes if they need that little push beyond their comfort zone, I'm always happy to help. Um, a great example of this actually is with my mom. She's doing Taekwondo with me. Um, um, and so in the beginning, because I remember that me and my instructor were trying so hard to push her to get into it, and she was and she was so scared. She was like, "No way, 0%." Um, because of two reasons. One, because at that time she had some back problems, and she was scared that if she got into all this kicking and jumping and punching, that would make them even worse. Um, and then the second reason was that she had a fear of going up in front of people and performing. Even if it was just like in front of her class, so doing her form or something, then she got scared. But finally, because she was able to get over that fear, and so now she's able to get into it, and not only has it actually helped her back problems, but now she's able to get over that fear, of going up in front of people and competing, and now she's a 2-time state champ and a 2-time district champ. I'm so proud of her for that.
Oh my goodness. 2-time state champ, 2-time district champ, go from completely afraid of being in front of people. That is fantastic. What a great example of you getting to share the benefits that you've learned through martial arts, and then getting to see that in your own family. That's super cool. I love that. Well, sir, it has been a pleasure to get to talk to you a second time. I think you might be the athlete of the week that I've got to know the best, because I've got to talk to you twice as much as everybody else. But congratulations on being athlete of the week, and thank you for. You're welcome. Thank you for being an inspiration for all of those out there. And good luck at districts and world championships.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Here's what's going on in ATA Nation.
Hey Nation, it is that time of year. We are furiously running into the end of the season, the postseason events, and then getting ready for a new season. So as I record this, I have just recently received an email from Chief Master Stevens that the final, the preliminary final standings are live on ATAmartialarts.com. You need to go and confirm that your points are correct. If you see any discrepancies with any tournaments that were held within the last 30 days, you need to send those to ATA. All of it is on social media, but you send that to tournaments@ataonline.com. You need to make sure you include your full name, ATA number, tournament date, and location, a brief description of the issue, the missing points, details, whatever. This has to be done by Sunday, May 11th. All right, the end of the day, Sunday, May 11th, 11:59 p.m. Okay, on Sunday, May 11th. If it is not done by then, it will not matter. Okay? Now, just because the preliminary finals are out there, you are not a district champ or a state champion yet. Okay? You have to wait until those finals are finalized. Okay? So they get this a couple of days to make sure all the points are correct, and then from there, the ATA has to take all those that they get between now on Sunday to check if they're all okay, and then they will post the finals. That then will trigger that one, if you got the title, for state, congrats. You can start celebrating then, not until then. But then that will also show who is going to be qualified for districts. District registration has not opened yet. We will learn when district registration opens by talking to your instructor and by staying tuned to ATA's social media channels. They will help you know that district's registration is open. And that district's registration will be then a very short window. It always is, but I'm guessing, I have no inside knowledge on this, but I'm guessing that it's going to be extra short because districts and the end of the season was closer. Okay? My district has one of the first districts in the country. It's the end of May, and we just had these preliminary finals come out, and it's almost the 10th already. So there's going to be a short window to register. All registrations must be done online. You cannot register anywhere else. You cannot register in person. It must be done at ataeasysignup.com when district registration opens. Okay? Be very aware of how you're registering and what you're registering for. I have been in the position to have to turn people away at districts because they signed up for the wrong thing. District championship registration will be on ataeasysignup.com when it opens. Now, for world championships, okay, the Super 20, which is the new season, that registration is already open. You can go now and register for the Super 20. All right. Go do that. Get started. Do it now. Get registered for all of the seminars and all that kind of stuff on atamartialarts.com. You can't register for World Championship Tournament, the Super 20, until, on atamartialarts.com. That's on ATA Easy Sign Up. Now, the TOC registration, they'll announce that as well. They have to finalize all the stuff before TOC registration. They have to get their district people, all that stuff. So don't worry about it. But remember, the TOC is separate. That's the Tournament of Champions in Arizona, is separate from the Super 20, which is the new season tournament where you get 20 points for first place. That Super 20 is open now. You can register, get started there for that. All registrations for all of those things, and basically every tournament you go to from now on, is going to be on an ATA Easy Sign Up. So head over there, create an account. Talk to your instructor about it, because sometimes they might have created an account for you. So make sure you talk to them. I think that gets us most of the information for districts and state title stuff. I just wanted, as that was coming in, I wanted to get that to you. Make sure you help those in your school who this may be a new process for. Understand the process. Some of you guys, a lot of you guys out there are pros. You understand how this works. But even those people who've been around for a while, I watch them ask questions and like, hey, is this? So just make sure you're staying up to date. I would definitely hit, ATA's social media pages and do that thing where you get to see all their posts. Make sure you're really checking those because you might miss something. So that's going to take care of it for us today. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, get out there and go beyond the belt.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the ATA Nation podcast. Be sure to subscribe and share with your ATA family.
Hey guys, that's going to take care of it. I don't know if I have any secret stuff today. I want to do some live shows. We're going to do some live shows. I told you guys that last week. Who do you want to hear? Who do you want to hear from on the live show before World Championships, gearing up for Worlds? Let me know. Okay, talk to you soon.